Hello guys, welcome to your class. This is Sunita. Today we are going to do our letter writing. It contains 5 marks. This year only it contains 5 marks due to changes in syllabus. Otherwise, every year it would be of 6 marks. It comes under long composition. Let us start the topic. A letter has some certain parts, and here important 3 parts have been given. 3 important parts. These are format, it will contain 1 mark. Second is content, it will contain 2 marks. And third is expression, it will also contain 2 marks. Now, what is the difference between content and expression? Content is whatever you are writing, the matter which you are writing in your letter is called content. Format, you all know about it. Till 10th class you might have done it, but still we will discuss here about the format of letter again. Expression means the grammar, whether whatever you are writing in content, is it grammatically correct or not. Accordingly you people will be judged and marks will be given to you. Now this year we have some certain kinds of letters. Some kind of letters have been removed from our syllabus. So here we'll talk about only the letters which will be done by us this year only. First is inquiry letters. Inquiry letters, suppose you want to place an order. So before placing an order, you want to know about the company, the quality, the charges and all. So you are going to write down a letter of inquiry. So this letter contains that kind of material. Next is placing order. Suppose you have done your inquiry and you are quite satisfied. So now you want to place an order. So here you are going to write down a letter for placing an order. Next is registering complaints. If suppose you have ordered and you have been delivered the goods, whatever you were demanding, but you have found some defect, some problem in the goods, so you are going to write down the letter for registering a complaint. Next is asking for information. If you are going to take some coaching or coaching from any institute, then you are going to write down a letter for asking for collecting the information. So this, and for giving information as well. So this letter belongs to that category. Next is sending replies. If suppose somebody has asked you regarding any information, if somebody has asked you the information, then you are going to send the reply. So this letter contains that kind of material. Next is the last but not the least, to school or college authorities regarding the school's issues like admission or regarding postponing the exams due to some genuine reason. Next is our format of formal letter. Now we have 2 kinds of letter. One is formal letter and another one is informal letter. Informal letters have not been given in our syllabus, so we are not going to do informal letters. Only formal letters are going to be done, are to be done here in our 11th class or in 10th class or 12th class. Only formal letters have been given. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the sender's address. Sender's address is to be very particular. Initially you must mention your house name, house number, whatever, and then your area or the street or the particular area like a model town, Gandhi Nagar, Paschim Bihar, wherever you are living, the particular area or the landmark, something like that, and then your name of town. It must be very particular. Suppose you are writing a letter to some authority and they want to give you reply, they want to reply your letter, then where it is to be delivered. So the sender's address is to be mentioned very clearly in the same way. Then next is date. Your date is to be written in this way, like 23rd July 2020. Okay. It is not to be written in this way. Most of you people, you just do in this way. Please don't write it in this way. This is not acceptable. Next is receiver's name or rank. Name or rank. Whom are you writing? You are to particularize your letter. Otherwise, what will happen? Nobody will receive the letter and the things will be undone. There will be no use of writing a letter to any authority. So, it is very important. You must mention the name and the rank of the receiver. Next is his address. His address is to be mentioned very clearly. Next is subject. Very important part of our letter. It must contain the main theme or crux of the letter, so that after reading the subject only, the reader can get to know about the letter, the problem or the idea, what he can get an idea about the letter. Next is salutation. This is simple and address. Dear sir, dear ma'am, like this. And we have formal addresses for formal letters and informal addresses for informal letters. Next is body of letter. The most important part of the letter, body of the letter. And before writing body of letter, you must pay attention towards the thing that you must categorize your body of letter. Otherwise, you must write down your body of letter in paragraphs, so that the content can be very clear to the reader. First, your paragraph must be the introductory paragraph. You must introduce, okay? You must introduce the things, what are you going to write down. Then in second paragraph, it must be informative paragraph. You are going to just detail the things, okay? Informative paragraph. It must be whatever you are going to write down. If you are placing an order, then you are to detail your order. If you are complaining, that you are to just explain the incident. Why are you complaining? What is the problem? Okay. And third paragraph is the closing paragraph. You must tell the reader, you must tell the authority that what do you want now. Okay, fine. Introduction हो गया. क्या कहना चाह रहे हो आप? इंट्रोडक्शन दे दिया आपने, बाद में आपने अपनी प्रॉब्लम का डिटेल भी दे दिया, प्लेस कर रहे हो ऑर्डर, इंक्वायरी कर रहे हो, क्या करना चाह रहे हो, यू हैव डन ऑल दीज थिंग. नाउ जस्ट टेल द रीडर कि आप चाहते हैं क्या हो, व्हाट डू यू वांट. ओके, प्लेस ऑर्डर प्लेस करना है तो मुझे इतना ऑर्डर प्लेस करना है, मुझे इंक्वायरी करनी है तो मुझे इतने की इंक्वायरी करनी है. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू रजिस्टर द कंप्लेन, देन यू वांट, व्हाट डू यू वांट, तुम्हें चाहिए क्या. अगर कंप्लेन रजिस्टर करनी है, उसके बदले क्या चाहिए तुम्हें, पैसे वापस चाहिए, तुम्हें सामान को एक्सचेंज कराना है, व्हाट डू यू वांट. सो इट मस्ट बी अ क्लोजिंग पैराग्राफ, सो दैट द थिंग्स कैन बी वेरी क्लियर टू द रीडर. Next is subscription. Subscription means the complimentary clause, like yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours truly, and after that your name. Who is the sender? You are the sender. I am the sender. So here the name should be either mine or yours. So this is all about the format of the letter. Now let us understand the difference between formal letters and informal letters. Now this is the format of formal letters. We have discussed it right now. So what is the difference between formal letter and informal letter? So the difference is here. We do not write down sender's address in informal letter, and the same subject is also not written in informal letters. Now the reason behind it. First of all, I would like to discuss about the sender's address. Why we people don't write down sender's address in informal letters. Formal letters, if you are talking, then you are writing a letter to somebody who is unknown to you. You don't know him. He doesn't know you, and you don't know him. Okay? That's why he needs your address. If he wants to reply, then where it is to be replied. In case of informal letters, you have, you know, some particular relatives, particular friends, and you know them and they know you. So they know where do you live and you know where do they live. So if suppose I have a friend Meenakshi, then I received a letter of Meenakshi, then there is no need of her address because I know where does she live. Okay, so if I want to reply her, then I can write a letter to her, and there is no need to mention for Meenakshi to mention her address or for me to mention my address if I'm writing to my friend. But in case I'm writing a formal letter, suppose I'm writing a letter to the editor or to the engineer of electrical department, then what will happen? Why sender's address is required? Suppose this is a letter, okay, this is a letter and this is your letter, okay. In the same way, if the authority is going to get 100 or 200 letters on daily basis, then it's not possible for them to read out all these letters or to convey all these letters to the authority only. Suppose the editor is going to read all these letters, okay, so will it be possible for the editor to read out the envelopes and all, and then he will just pick out the letter and then he will read out the letter and all? So will it be possible for the editor? It is not possible, okay. So what is the procedure actually? Editor has some helpers. So what do? They just pick out the letter and through the envelope. Now only this letter is to be sent to the table of the editor or table of the authority. Now this letter, suppose this letter does not have the sender's address, okay. Initially the authority will see there is no sender's address. So there is no use of reading the letter because you can't reply, isn't it? You can't reply. So in first case, he can send through the letter. In second case, if suppose he just ignore the thing and he has read the letter and really he wants to reply you, then you don't have the sender's address. Where will you reply? Where he will reply? Where will he reply? So that's why the sender's address is very important in formal letters. If subject is being talked about, then subject is necessary in formal letters. In informal letters, it is not required because my friend Meenakshi, firstly I will talk about her health, secondly I will talk about her career, thirdly I will talk about her family, then I will talk about myself. Then what subject will I write down? In informal letters, I can't write down any subject because I can't particularize the thing, okay. But in formal letters, we are to mention the subject because we have different problems, okay, and the authority, the departments, they have different departments for different problems. So by reading the subject only, they can get to know that this letter is to be transferred where. So the letter can be transferred to the relevant officer, okay, regarding officer. So this is all about letter writing. Now we are going to do our letter of inquiry, okay.